Hi everyone, this is Mohammed from Python Ninja YouTube channel, and today we will improve our practice in string data structure in Python by highlighting username application or username demo using what we learned in applying some functions and methods related to string data structure. So I have an exercise for validating user input, and this is useful practice for us to test what we learned in methods relating to string in Python data structure or in Python string data structure. The demo or the script requires the following condition. You have to create a demo that will ask you or the user to submit a username. This username will be less than 12 characters, less or equal 12 characters, and the username must not contain spaces, and the username must not contain digits. It should be pure string character. So we will review together each method or each function that can match the required condition. The first one, the username is no more than 12 characters. For example, we learn together about length method, okay, which return the length, how many letters or how many characters within the length within the string variable. For example, this is the name, okay, of mine. If I want to see how many characters here, I want to use the len method, and here it is 7, and we can use this len method to achieve the first requirement. For the second one, the username must not contain spaces, and for that we review together or we learn together find method. And for example, here is the name again, and this name will still my name. I want to print name.find. The pattern that I will search is space, okay, so I will make this one and I will print. This will return for me -1. So the find method return -1 if the name is pure of pattern or doesn't contain the required pattern. Okay, so I can find this method and I can build the condition based on this -1. Okay, but if it contain, for example, space, it will return the index of the first occurrence of the pattern. Now, to achieve the last requirement, we have here username must not contain digits. For that, we learn together is alpha method. There is alpha, there is digit, and there is alpha num. Okay, so we can say, for example, is alpha method. We can use this one. For example, print name dot is alpha if the name only contain alpha bits like this, or is contain alphabets, which means pure letter, then we will have print name dot is alpha. Sorry, this should be free of pattern. And yeah, the name is alpha, no word, no numbers. If I insert incorrectly this number 2, it will be false. Okay, and for that, if I want to use the mix, I use is alpha num. Okay, is I num. It will contain mixed of name of alpha. Let us to build the complete script. I will have a username. For that, I will ask the user to submit the username, which will be input, and this input will be string. Enter your username, for example, name. Okay, this is the first thing that I will ask the user. Oh, we can enter any user name. Then the first thing to match this condition or this requirement is to check if the length of the username greater than 12. Okay, because it is limited to 12 here, it should be 12 or lower than. Then I want to print to the user a message to confirm that your username cannot be greater than 12 characters. Okay, then I want to achieve. Let us practice this one or test this one. The username, for example, it will be Mohammed Abu me like this. Okay, and here because it is the length is more than 12 characters here or 12 letters, we will print this. But if the name is like pure Muhammad, okay, it will accept this because it matches the condition. The second one, I will use elif in this case. Okay, we learned together in a previous tutorial about if and elif condition. Please review that. I will say if username dot find what I will find, what the button that I will search, which is this space. Okay, that is equal -1 because I introduced to you that find method will return -1 if the username if the username does not contain space. Okay, type what if the username contains space? We will use the negative of this condition. Okay, again, for this case, the username dot find, okay, it will search for the pattern, which is the space. If there is no space in the username, this will be matched. And the result will be -1. But if the name comprises a space, then this will not be -1, and I will use not for this to invert the condition. I hope this is clear why I use not, because this will return -1 if no space. But if there is a space, then I will use not because it is the opposite condition or the inversion of the condition, or the opposite state of the condition of the condition. Then I want to print for the user, for example, your username contains space. Okay, and the last thing is to use also elif to ensure that all letters are alphabet. If username dot is alpha, okay, this, if the username is only contain alphabets, it's only pure letter, this will return true. But if it contain numbers, it will return false. So if this return false, what I have to show to the user this message, and your username for example cannot contain numbers, okay, like this. And here we have to fix the username, and yeah, this should work because in case of the pure alphabet, this will be true and we will not print to the user this message. And in case of this is false, and meaning that the username will contain a number, this message will be printed to the user. And we usually with elif, as what we learned together, we use the like a closed condition to close the program, which is else. And in else I want to print if not any of these conditions will be matched, meaning that if the name will be less than 12 letters, if this will be also if it will contain will never contain space, and if it's pure alphabet, then what we should do, we can do welcome message, for example. So I want to say welcome, okay, to that. And we learned yesterday why I use f string and why I open this placeholder. Please review to the previous tutorial. And I want to welcome this again. Here is the structure of this exercise. I have a username, then I must accept user input. Then I will check the length of the username that should be less than 12 characters, and that's match the first requirement. The second requirement can be achieved using elif, and this if the username will not contain a space, this will be -1. But if it contains space, then I will use not here, and I will show to the user this message. And the last thing is to verify that the username comprises only alphabet, and if does not comprise alphabet, then we show a message to the user. Otherwise, if the username matches our requirement, we print this welcome message. Let's practice this together. I want to check with my name, then it will come me. That's good. I want to welcome the first name and the family name for me, and it will stop and return. Enter username, for example, Mohammed Mail, and yeah, the first condition achieved, then the program will not go to check the other things, since the username is not the username is not match the first requirement, so no need to go to check the other requirements. Now, in previous tutorials, in one of the next tutorial, we will learn how, if I want to proceed even the first condition will not achieve, or if the first condition is achieved, we will use like exception handling. This is much more advanced topic, but please take it step by step. Follow these tutorials from the beginning, because every tutorial I provide here is built and on top of each other. So please, when you follow this course, don't follow the course from the middle. Take your time, start from the beginning, and your skills will be developed. That's for today. Thank you. And in the next tutorial, we will also discover some advanced topic in string data structure, where we will highlight string indexing, and later we will have also an exercise related to the string indexing. Thank you, and please subscribe to this channel and share this video among your friends.